Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome back to some gameplay from yours truly. This time in the 113. Now, I think I've played something like 3 games in the 113, so please bear that in mind. I played a couple of games on a test server, back when Frontline was being tested at tier 10. But other than that, I haven't played this thing very much. Other things to bear in mind, I'm not really a tier 10 player, or not at the moment anyway. I have a terrible habit of going, ooh, well, I've finished that grind, I've unlocked the tier 10, on to the next grind! Well, my voice went weird there. And the result is that I just haven't played that much tier 10 as a general rule of thumb. So I'm not that experienced at the tier, if I'm honest. I don't play this match perfectly, but I will try and explain my reasoning and rationale for what happens. Now, the 113 used to be the tier 10 heavy tank for the Chinese. Then they introduced the WZ-111 5A. And they were both tier 10 Chinese heavy tanks for a little while. That Batchat is regretting his life decisions. And these days the 113 languishes as a collector's vehicle, and the 5A is the tier 10 tech tree tank. Heavy tank for the Chinese. Hello, Mr. Object 140. Managed to track him, and he's having a bad day. But I think the T13, the 113, is actually quite a fun little tank. Actually, it's not little; it's really long. But anyway, essentially, what you've got is something that's halfway between a medium tank and a heavy tank. This isn't a review of the 113; it's not supposed to be. Just putting it out there. It's not a tank that you see that often, although there's 2 in this match, 1 on each team. Anyway, so initially, this is an encounter game on Himmelsdorf, and we come up over to the hill. And I decide I'm going to try and put a shot into that RU-251. I'm hull down here, so I shouldn't take any damage myself. This is a pretty low risk play, and I'm really worried about that RU-251 deciding that what he's going to do is put shots into the side of anyone from our team who go round the side of Castle von Himmelsdorf, for example, that T110E4. And as it is, that RU decides to be somewhere else, which is what I was going for. Now this is on Himmelsdorf, of course, and that RU-251, unless he plays very well, is probably going to struggle. And I am and are a little bit about what I want to do here. I'm just trying to check that no one's going to shoot me, but I'm really worried about that cap counter. They've got 2 tanks in the capture circle, which is over on the other side of the map, and we don't really have much in the way of team to try and do something about that. And there's a few of us who are going back in an attempt to deal with it. And you can see here that going downhill, I'm doing, 54, 55 kilometers an hour, 56, 60, 62. So this thing, whilst it doesn't have the most amazing power-to-weight ratio in the world, it does get up to a pretty good top speed, to be fair to it. So, with hindsight, I'm not really sure if I should have dithered here too much, but it is what it is. I figured that if I just push on blindly toward the capture circle, I'm going to get whole kinds of messed up. And so we do actually try and deal with some of the guys in the way, and we're able to pick up the kill on the 113, the enemy 113, that is. And our AMX-50B, I believe it is, plays a little bit of a blinder and actually gets their really nice reset so that we've got the time to move up and try and deal with this. Now, so far, we haven't achieved a vast amount. We've done a lot of moving around, but we've only actually done 1210 damage ourselves. We picked up 1 kill on that 113. We've got 847 assistance into the bargain. So it's not like we've been doing nothing, but we haven't had the engagement to really start racking the damage up. That was a little bit of a misplay poking my front out there. I did not intend to. Here we go then. Centurion and T10 in the capture circle, going for the shot on that T10. Someone else puts one in as well. Resetting the base right at this very second is not the priority, so we go to pick up the kill on the T10, and he becomes kill number 2. And then we start pondering what we're going to do about the Centurion at 7/1, but our team is moving in, and there's a 50B unloading on him, and I don't think this guy's going to last all that long. And there we go, a 5120 picked up the kill. So he had 2 auto-loaders and an Object 268 version 4 looking at him. Anyway, now someone on our team says, all cap! No! So for anyone who isn't aware, the maximum number of people on a capture circle who will actually do anything is 3. This prevents whole teams just rushing a cap circle and winning by cap, which would be really boring for everyone. So there's literally no point having more than 3 people on the capture circle anyway. Not really. And the problem with being on the capture circle is the bad guys know where you are. So I've decided, I think it's better off... Oh, that T-49, I'm not spotted, but that T-49 decided not to go around the corner at the last minute. Anyway, I think it's better off to go and see if we can do some damage to these enemy tanks before they just, hello, surround us, because we're all around the capture circle. Especially because I haven't actually taken any damage yet. So I managed to pick up the kill on the T-49, however the Jagdpanzer E-100 kills the IS-7 from the hill by the look of it, and the enemy IS-7 takes out our 50B, which just leaves our AMX 5120, who doesn't have much in the way of hit points, or armour, or anything, our Object 268 version 4, who's a one-shot, me, I have all my health remaining, and the Maushan, who's on just below half health. There goes our Object 268 version 4. This game is looking a little bit dicey. There goes the E50. So we've got 50B, IS-7 and Jagdpanzer trying to pick out a shot there on the 50B. We put one in. Oh dear. And we lose our 5120, and now it's just me and the Maushan. This is looking a little bit dicey. So, what can we do? Well, our Maushan appears to be engaging the AMX. We're pushing up here, so the AMX is a one-shot. We can deal with him. Not sure how much health the IS-7 had. Jagdpanzer, still on the hill, kills the Maushan. Okay. So we're going to try and take out the 50B, then deal with the IS-7, because we're all alone now, and then deal with the Jagdpanzer. Don't know how much health the Jagdpanzer has at the moment, so we need to be a little wary of that. Going after the IS-7, I've loaded heat here, the rationale being that I should be able to go through the frontal pipe nose of the IS-7. Now, there is something I do want to mention. People are going to start railing on me in chat. The game chat, that is. The reason being that they say I should just go round and take advantage of the IS-7 reloading and kill him. Which I could. Now, the reason I don't is that I'm really worried about that Jagdpanzer E-100 on the hill. He's already racked up 3 kills in total, 2 of which he got fairly recently from the hill. And so I really don't want to expose myself to this guy. Now, as things actually work out, I probably could have done, and it would have probably been fine. But that was my thinking at the time, anyway. IS-7, oh, I thought I could get the side of his pike nose there. He shoots me again. I don't want to go round that corner and have a Jaegeru slap me in the face. So that's my rationale here. Now, we're actually going to find out that the Jagdpanzer isn't there anymore. But I didn't know that at the time. So I'm just thinking what I can do here. What I'm trying to do is break contact with the IS-7, so that he's no longer going to have shots in me, and I'm just going to try and poke out round here using that building in front of me to shield me from the Jagdpanzer and put a shot into this guy's bum. Unfortunately, I misjudge it. He's not poking out as far as I thought he would be, and I take another hit from the IS-7. Really messing this up, and I end up actually exposing myself to the position where I was worried about the Jagdpanzer shooting me from anyway. And here's an interesting little point of this engagement. I've been firing heat here because I wanted to be able to go through the pike nose of the IS-7 and kill the guy. But the IS-7 sides are made of spaced armour and tracks. Heat really does poorly against the side of the IS-7. So, dodgy ammo choice, if we're going to be honest. So, this shot, he flubs his shot. I'm actually aiming this one. There we go. That's what I was trying to do the first time. Go figure. And there are lots of people in chat complaining at me, and always bear in mind that they may well be complaining at you, but they're dead. Anyway, so I'm just asking my team, what health did the Jagdpanzer have? because that's going to be an interesting engagement. If he's on full, as someone is saying, that could be a little dicey. Now, I can take one shot from that Jagdpanzer, but only one. Second shot would kill me. Oh, okay, there he is. Now, I'm keeping heat loaded so that I can go through the superstructure of the Jagdpanzer, and of course the first shot doesn't. Sod's law, isn't it? Now, lots of people are saying, flank round him, flank round him. The problem with that is that I actually have quite a good position here that I'm reluctant to give up. And I put one shot into the Jagdpanzer there. I can put another one in here through the lower front plate. He's going to get probably one shot in. He does. He's actually firing good old-fashioned AP. And then I get round the side, and I'm aiming for the track here. And there I should have switched to firing armor piercing, because again, heat ammunition really doesn't do very well against spaced armor and tracks, but I wasn't really paying attention to my ammunition there, I don't think. And that shot doesn't penetrate, but nonetheless, it looks like this guy doesn't have his repair kit, which is probably for the better. And one more shot could kill this guy, should kill this guy. And voila, the guy's dead, the game's over. And at least the Object 268 version 4 in the chat is relatively nice about things. Despite all the complaining and moaning from people earlier on. So I definitely could have played that better. Not saying I couldn't. But we did also manage to pull out the win there in a kind of pressurised situation. Anyway, let's have a look at the post-game stats. So that actually ended up being enough for an ace tanker, fire for effect, sharpshooter I think that is, master gunner, duelist, a bruiser, and of course a top gun for picking up those 6 kills. Kinda surprised that was an ace, because the damage count, not bad, but it's not exactly spectacular, but I'll take it. 4,871 damage done, 6 kills, 1,276 base experience. I'm thinking those 6 kills probably helped out there, of course. Commiserations to the Jagdpanzer on the enemy team, 6,000 damage from him, not enough for a win. And 5 kills from the enemy IS-7, also not enough to pull his team across the finishing line. And should also probably shout out the friendly AMX 5120. Tier 10 game, he was only in a Tier 9 tank, still managed over 4,000 damage, so nicely done for him. Myself, frankly, and the 2 French autoloaders had a pretty good run there. 21 shots fired, 20 hits, 14 pens for that damage count. Most of it was from pretty close range, let's be honest. Armour, well, 630 damage blocked by armour, 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 8 damage, 6 destroyed, 847 assistance damage, 27 base defense points, and I did not make any money because, well, yes, my ammunition usage was not the best. But we still managed to pull a win out of the bag, so I'm not complaining. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed that game. If you did, by all means feel free to catch some other videos. You can subscribe to the channel. There should be various doobly-dooberies turning up for you to select if you want to watch some more stuff or whatever. And if you wish to support the channel, you can do the standard things, or you can join Patreon, or you can whatever. You guys do as you see fit. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy what you are currently doing, and I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.